guest. And tonight, we hold a solemn supper, sir, and I'll request your presence.
Let your highness command upon me, to the which my duties are with an indissoluble tie forever knit.
Ride you this afternoon.
Aye, my good lord.
We should have else desired your good advice in this day's council, but we'll take tomorrow. Is it far you ride?
As far, my lord, as will fill up the time twixt this and supper.
Fail not our feast.
My lord, I will not.
We here, our bloody cousins, are bestowed in England and elsewhere, not confessing their cruel parricide, for them hearers of strange invention. But of that tomorrow, hie you to horse. Adieu, till you return at night. Goes Fleance with you.
Aye, my good lord. Our time does call upon us.
I wish you swift and sure of foot. Farewell. Let everyone be master of their time till 7 at night. We shall keep ourselves till supper time alone. God be with you. Sirrah, a word with you.
Give your hat to Steet.
Attend those two our pleasure.
They are, my lord, without the palace gate.
Bring them before us. To be thus is nothing, but to be safely thus. Our fears and banquos stick deep. There's none but he whose dean I do fear. And under him, my genius is rebuked. He chid the sisters when first they put the name of king upon me, and bade them speak to him. Then prophet-like they hailed him father to a line of crowns. Upon my head they placed a fruitless crown. No son of mine succeed. If it be so, for Banquo's issue have I filed my mind. For them, the gracious Duncan, have I murdered. Rather than so, come fate into the list. Who's there? Was it not yesterday we spoke together?
It was, so please your highness.
Have you considered of my speeches? Know that it was he in the times past which held you so under fortune, which you thought had been our innocent self. Thus did Banquo.
You made it known to us.
Do you find your patience so predominant that you can let this go?
We are strong, my liege.
Now, if you have a station in the file, not in the worst rank of valor, say it, and I will put that business in your bosoms, whose execution takes your enemy off.
I am one, my liege. I am reckless what I do to spite the world. And I another.
Both of you know, Banquo was your enemy.
True, my lord.
So is he mine. Though I could, with bare-faced power, sweep him from my sight, yet I must not. And thence it is that I to your assistance do make love, masking the business from the common eye for sundry weighty reasons.
We shall, my lord, perform what you command us, though our lives
Your
may...
spirit shine through you. Within this hour, I will advise you where to plant yourselves, acquaint you with the perfect moment on it, for it must be done tonight. Always thought that I require clearness, and with him, Fleance, his child, whose absence is no less material to me than is her father's, must embrace the fate of that dark hour. Resolve yourselves apart. I'll come to you anon.
We are resolved, my lord.
It is concluded. Banquo, my soul's flight, if it find heaven, must find it out tonight.
Is Banquo gone from court? Aye, madam, but returns again tonight. Say to the king I would attend his leisure leisure for a few words.
Madam, I will.
Naught had, all spent, were our desires got without content. 'Tis safer to be that which we destroy than by destruction dwell in doubtful joy. How now, my lord, why do you keep alone? Things without all remedy should be without regard. What's done is done.
We have scorched the snake, not killed it. But let the frame of things disjoint, the world suffer, ere we sleep in the affliction of these terrible dreams that shake us nightly. Better be with the dead than to lie in restless ecstasy. Duncan is in her grave. She sleeps well. Treason has done its worst. Nothing can touch her further.
Gentle, my lord, sleek o'er your rugged looks. Be bright and jovial among your guests tonight.
So shall I, love. And so, I pray, be you. Let your remembrance apply to Banquo. Present him eminence, both with eye and tongue. Unsafe the while that we must make our faces visits to our hearts, disguising what they are.
You must leave this.
Full of scorpions is my mind, dear wife. Thou knowest that Banquo in his fleance lives.
But in them nature's copy's not a turn.
There's comfort yet. They are assailable. Ere the bat hath flown his cloistered flight, there shall be done a deed of dreadful note.
What's to be done?
Be innocent of the knowledge, dearest Chuck, till thou applaud the deed. Come, sealing night, scarf up the tender eye of pitiful day, and with thy bloody and invisible hand, cancel and tear to pieces that great bond which keeps me pale. Thou marvelest at my words, but hold thee still. Things bad begun make strong themselves by ill. So prithee, go with me.
The west yet glimmers with some streaks of day. Hark! I hear horses.
Give us a light there.
Then 'tis he. His horses go about. A light! A light! Stand to it.
It will be rain tonight.
Let it come down. Watch out! Play out that flag! We have lost the best half of our affair! That's the way to see how much is done.
Sit down. From the first to the last, the hearty welcome. Thanks to your majesty. Ourself will mingle with society and play the humble host. Our hostess keeps her state, but in best time, we will require her welcome.
Pronounce it for me, sir, to all our friends, for my heart speaks. They are welcome.
See they encounter thee with their hearts' thanks. Be large in mirth. Anon we'll drink a measure the table round. There's blood on my face.
Mrs. Bangles, then.
Mrs. be without than he within. Is he dispatched?
My lord, his throat is cut. That I did for him.
Thou art the best of the cutthroats. And she's good that did the like for Flayons.
Most royal sir, Flayons is scathed.
Then comes my death again. I had else been pumped, but now I am cabined, cribbed, confined, and bound into doubts and fears. The Banquo safe.
Aye, my good lord, safe. In a ditch he lies, with 20 trenchant gashes on his head.
Thanks for that. Get thee gone. We'll hear ourselves again tomorrow.
My royal lord, you do not give the cheer.
Sweet remembrance of it. Now, good digestion, weight on appetite, and health on both.
May it please your highness, sit.
Here had we now our country's honor roofed, with the grace of person of our Banquo present.
His absence, sir, lays blame upon his promise. Please, your highness, to grace us with your royal company.
The table's full.
Here is a place reserved, sir.
Where?
Here! What is it that moves your highness?
Which of you have done this?
What, my lord?
My lord.
Thou canst not say I did it. Never shake thy gory locks at me.
Noble thanes rise, his highness is all well.
Sit! Worthy friends, my lord is often thus, and hath been from his youth. Pray you, keep seat. The fit is momentary, upon a thought you will again be well. Are you unmad?
Aye, and a bold one that dare look upon that which might appall the devil.
This is the very painting of your fear. This is the air-drawn dagger which you said led you to Duncan. All these blossoms, starts would well become a woman. Shame itself!
Prithee, see there! Behold! Look! Lo! How say you? If thou canst not speak to!
What?
If I stand here, I saw him.
For shame.
The time hath been that when the brains were out, the man would die, and there an end. Now they rise again and push us from our stools.
My royal lord! Your noble friends do lack you.
I do forget. Do not muse at me, my most worthy friends. I have a strange infirmity which is nothing to those that know me. Come, love and health to all, and then I'll sit down. Give me some wine. I drink to the general joy of the whole table, and to our dear friend Banquo, whom we miss, would he were here.
Our duties and the pledge.
Avaunt! Quit thy sight! Let the earth hide thee! Thy bones are meriless, thy blood is cold! Thou hast no speculation in those eyes which thou dost glare with!
Think of this good pierced with a finger custom, 'tis no other, only it spoils the pleasure of the time.
And its horrible shadow, unreal mockery adds! Pray you sit still!
You have displaced the mirth, broke the good meeting with most admired disorder.
You make me strange when you can behold such sights!
What sights, my lord?
I pray you speak not. He grows worse and worse. Question enrages him. At once, good night. Stand out upon the order if you're going, but go at once.
Good night. In better health attend his majesty.
It will have blood. They say blood will have blood. Stones have been known to move and trees to speak. What is the night?
Almost at odds with morning. Which is which?
How sayest thou that Macbeth denies her person at our great bidding?
Did you send to her, sir?
I hear it, by the way, but I will send. I will tomorrow to the weird sisters. More shall they speak, for I am bent to know by the worst things, the worst. I am in blood, stepped in so far, that should I wait no more, returning were as tedious as go o'er.
You lack the season of all nature. Sleep.
Come, we'll to sleep.
things have been strangely born. The gracious Duncan was dead. How it did grieve Macbeth. Did he not straight the two delinquents tear? Was not that nobly done? Aye, and wisely too. And the right valiant Banquo walked too late? You may then say men must not walk too late. He has borne all things well. And I do think had he Duncan's children under his key, they should find what 'twere to kill a parent. So should Fleance. But peace. I hear Macduff, because she failed her presence at the tyrant's feast, lives in disgrace. Can you tell where she bestowed herself?
The child of Duncan lives in the English court. Thither Macduff has gone to a Northumberland and warlike sword. That, by the help of these, we may again give to our tables meat, and sleep to our nights, free from burning, all which we pine for now. And this report is so exasperating that Macbeth has prepared for some attempt at war.
Send he to Macduff?
He did, and with absolute stern not high, turns me her back. The cloudy messenger hums at me to say, the rue the time that clogs me with his answer.
Some holy angel fly to England and unfold her message ere she come, that a swift blessing may soon return to this, our suffering country under a hand accursed.
I'll send my prayers with her.
Thrice the breathing cat hath mewed.
Thrice and once the hedge pig whined.
Hark for your cries, 'tis time, 'tis time.
Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Eye of newt and toe of frog, wool of fat and tongue of dog.
For a charm of powerful trouble, like a hell rock boil and bubble.
Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Scale of dragon tooth of lump, which is mummy's claw and gum.
Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. Then the charm is firm and good.
By the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes.
How now, you secret black and midnight hags? What is it you do?
A deed without a name.
I conjure you by that which you profess, howe'er you come to know it. Answer me, though you untie the winds and let them fight against the churches, even till destruction sicken. Answer me to what I ask you.
Speak.
Demand.
Well answer.
Let me see him.
Macbeth. Beware Macduff. Beware the thane of fight. Enough. Enough.
Whatever thou art, for thy good caution, thanks.
Macbeth. Be ready, bold, and resolute. Laugh to scorn the power of man. For none of whom is born to harm Macbeth.
Then live, Macduff. What need I fear of thee? But yet I'll make assurance double sure. Thou shalt not live. What is it that rises?
Never vanquish me until great bird of wood to height unseen hill shall come against him.
That will never be. Who can impress the forest, unfix his earthbound root? Rebellion's head rise never, till the wood of Burnham rise, and our high-placed Macbeth shall live the lease of nature. Yet, my heart throbs to know one thing. Tell me, if your art can tell so much, shall Banquo's issue ever reign in this kingdom?
Seek to know no more!
I will be satisfied. Let me know.
Show!
Show.
Show! Show his eyes and grieve his heart!
Thou art too like the spirit of Banquo. Down! Now whether is like the first, the third is like the fourth. Why do you show me this? What? Will the line stretch out to the crack of doom? Thou see no more! Now, I see 'tis true. For Banquo smiles upon me and points at them for his. What? Is this so?
Come like shadows!
did hear the galloping of horse. Who was it came by?
'Tis 2 or 3, my lord, that bring you word. Macbeth has fled.
Fled!
Aye, my good lord.
Thou anticipatest my dreadful exploits. From this moment, the very firstlings of my heart will be the firstlings of my hand. Be it thought and done. The castle of Macbeth I will surprise. Give to the edge of the sword her wife, her child, and all unfortunate souls that trace her in her line. This deed I'll do before this purpose cool.
What had she done to make her fly the land?
Must have patience, madam.
She had none. Her flight was madness.
You know not whether it was her wisdom or her fear.
Wisdom. To leave her wife, to leave her babe, her mansion, and her titles in a place from whence herself does fly? She loves us not. The most diminutive of birds will fight. All is the fear, and nothing is the
I
love.
pray you school yourself! She is noble, wise, judicious, and best knows the season. I dare not speak much further, but cruel are the times when we are traitors and do not know ourselves, when we know not what we fear.
What?
I take my leave of you. Shall not be long, but I'll be here again. Blessing upon you. I take my leave at once.
Sira, your mother is dead. What will you do now? How will you live?
With what I get, my mother's not dead.
Thou speakest with all thy wit.
Was my mother a traitor?
Aye, that she was.
If she were dead, you'd weep for her.
Bless you, fair dame. I am not to you, no. Though on the state of your honor I am perfect. I doubt some danger does approach you nearly, if you will take a homely man's advice. Be not found here. Hence, with your little one. Heaven preserve you, I dare abide no longer.
Whither should I fly? I have done no harm. But I remember now we are in this earthly world, where to do harm is often laudable. To do good sometime accounted dangerous folly. Why then, alas. Where is your woman? I hope in no place so unsanctified where thou mayst find her. She's a traitor.
Thou liest, thou shagger villain!
What you...
Let us scout some desolate shade, and there weep our sad bosoms empty.
Let us rather hold fast the mortal sword. Each new war, new widows howl, new orphans cry. New sorrows strike our land on the face.
What you have spoken may be so perchance. This tyrant whose sole name blisters our tongue was once thought honest. You have loved him well.
I am not treacherous.
But Macbeth is. I shall grant your pardon. That which you are, my thoughts cannot transpose. Angels are bright, though the brightest fell.
I have lost my hopes. Bleed, bleed, poor country. Fare thee well, my lady. I would not be the villain that thou thinkst, for the whole space that's in the tyrant's grasp.
Be not offended. I think our country sinks beneath the yoke. It weeps, it bleeds, and each new day a gash is added to her wounds. From gracious England have I offered of goodly thousands. But for all this, yet my country shall have more vices than it had before, more suffering in more sundry ways than ever. By her that shall succeed.
What should she be?
It is myself I mean.
Oh, not in the legions of horrid hell could come a devil more damned in evils to top Macbeth.
I brand him bloody, avaricious, false, deceitful, smacking of every sin that has a name, but there's no bottom. None. My desire, all impediments would o'erbear those that did oppose my will. Better Macbeth than such a one to reign.
But fear not yet to take upon you what is yours. There cannot be that vulture in you.
With this there grows a stanchless avarice, that were I queen, I should cut off all the nobles for their lands, and my more having would be as a sauce to make me hunger more for wealth.
Yet do not fear.
The queen becoming graces is justice, verity, temperance, stableness, bounty, perseverance, mercy, holiness, devotion, patience, courage, fortitude. I have no relish of them. Nay, had I power, I should pour the sweet milk of concord into hell, uproar the universal peace, confound all unity on earth.
Freedom!
Such a one be fit to govern. Speak! I am as I have spoken.
Fit to govern? No, not to live. Oh, miserable nation, when shalt thou see thy wholesome days again? Thy royal mother was a most sainted queen. Fare thee well. These evils thou repeatest upon thyself have banished me from my land. My hope ends here.
Macduff! This noble passion hath from my soul reconciled my thoughts of thy good truth and honor. Devilish Macbeth by many of these tricks hath sought to win me into his power. But God above deal between thee and me, for even now I put myself into thy direction. Unspeak mine own detraction. Here, abjure all the taints and blames I laid upon myself. I am yet unknown to man. Never was forsworn, at no time broke my faith. My first false speaking was this upon myself. What I am truly is thine, and my poor country's to command. Seward, with 10,000 men, was setting forth. Now altogether. Why are you silent?
Oh, such welcome and unwelcome things at once. 'Tis hard to reconcile.
Well,
see who comes here.
My countryman, I know him now. Good God, the times remove the means that makes us strangers.
My ever gentle cousin, welcome hither.
Aye, amen.
Stands our land where it did?
Alas, poor country. Almost afraid to know itself. It cannot be called our mother, but our grave, where sighs and groans and shrieks that rend the air, where the dead man's knell is there scarce asked for who, and good men's lives expire before the flouts in their caps.
What's the newest grief?
How does my wife and child?
Why, well,
The tyrant has not battered at their peace.
no. They were well at peace when I did leave them.
Be not a miser of your speech. How goest?
Now is the time of help. I saw the tyrant's power afoot. Your eye in our land could create soldiers, make our people fight!
Be it their comfort, we are coming thither. Gracious England hath lent us Seward in 10,000 men.
Would that I could answer this comfort with the like, but I have words that would be howled out in the desert air where hearing should not latch them.
What concern they? The general cause, or is it due to some single breast?
No mind that's honest, but in it shares some woe, though the main part pertains to you alone.
If it be mine, keep it not from me. Quickly, let me have it.
Let not your ears despise my tongue forever, which shall possess them with the heaviest sound that ever yet they heard.
I guess at it.
Your castle is surprised. Your wife and child savagely slaughtered. To relate the manner were to add the death of you.
Heaven. Macduff, give sorrow words. The grief that does not speak whispers the o'erfraught heart and bids it break.
My child, too.
Wife, child, servants, all that could be found.
And I must be from thence. My wife killed, too.
I have said.
Be comforted. Let us make medicines of our great revenge to cure this deadly grief.
He has no children. A pretty one. Did you say all? Oh, hell kite. All at one fell swoop.
Dispute it like a woman.
I shall do so. But I must also feel it as a woman. Did heaven look on and would not take their part? Sinful Macduff! They were all struck for thee. Not for their own demerits, but for mine. Fair slaughter of their souls. Ah! Heaven rest them now!
Be this the whetstone of your knife. Let grief convert to anger. Blunt not the heart, enrage it.
Oh, I could play the mourner with mine eyes, and braggart with my tongue. But, gentle heavens, bring down this fiend of freedom and myself. Within my knife's point set him. If he scape, heaven forget him too.
This tune goes valiant. Come, go we to the king. Our power is ready. Macbeth is ripe for shaking. Receive what cheer you may. The night is long that never finds a day.
I have 2 nights watched with you, but can receive no truth in your reports. When was it she last walked?
Since His Majesty went to the field, I have seen her rise from her bed, throw her nightgown upon her, unlock her closet, take forth paper, fold it, write upon it, read it, afterwards seal it, and again return to bed. Yet all this in a most fast sleep.
A great perturbation in nature. In this slumbery agitation, besides her walking and other actual performances, what at any time have you heard her say?
That, sir, which I will not report, having no witness to confirm my speech.
You may to me, 'tis most meet you should.
Lo, you, here she comes. And upon my life, fast asleep, observe her. Stand close.
How came she by that light? You see her eyes are open.
Aye, but their senses shut.
What is it she does now? Look how she rubs her hands.
It is an accustomed action with her to seem thus washing her hands. I have known her continue in this a quarter of an hour.
Yet here's a spot.
She speaks.
Out, damn spot. Out, I say. 1, 2. Why then 'tis time to do it. Hell is murky. Fie, my lord, fie, a soldier and a fear! What need we fear who knows Who would have thought the old girl to have had so much blood in her?
Do you mark that?
The Thane of Fife had a wife. Where is she now? What will these hands ne'er be clean? No more of that, my lord. No more of that! No more! All with this starting!
Go to, you have known what you should not.
She has spoke what she should not. I am sure of that. Heaven knows what she's known.
Here's the smell of blood still. All the perfumes of Arabia will not sweeten this little hand.
What a sigh is there? The heart is sorely charged. This disease is beyond my practice.
Wash your hands. Put on your nightgown. Look not so pale! I tell you yet again, Banquo's buried. He cannot come out on sprain.
Even so?
To bed. To bed. There's a knocking at the gate. Come. Come! Give me your hand! What's done cannot be undone. To bed. To bed. To bed. To bed.
Will she go now to bed?
Directly.
More needs she, the divine and the physician. God forgive us all. Look after her. Remove from her the means of all annoyance and still keep eyes upon her. And so, good night.
Good night, good doctor.
The English power is near, led on by Malcolm. Her cousin Seward and the good Macduff, revenge is burned in them. For their dear causes, would to the bleeding and the grim, alarm excite the mortified man.
Near Burnham Wood shall we well meet them. That way are they coming.
Who knows if Darlbane be with his sister?
For certain he is not. I have a list of all the gentry. There is Seward's kin, and many unrubbed youths that even now protest their first uprightness.
What does Macbeth?
Great Dunsinane. He strongly fortifies. Some say he's mad. Others that lesser hate him do call it valiant fury.
Now does he feel his secret murder sticking on his hands? Now does he feel his title hang loose about him like a giant's robe upon a dwarfish thief?
Well, march we on to give obedience where it is truly owed.
Make we our march towards Burnham!
Bring me no more reports. Let them fly all. To Burnham Wood, removed to Dunsinane. I cannot taint with fear. What is the girl of Malcolm? Was she not born of woman? The spirits that know all mortal consequences have pronounced me thus. Fear not, Macbeth. No one born of woman shall e'er have power upon thee. Then fly, false thanes, and mingle with the traitors. The mind I sway by, and the heart I bear, shall never sag with doubt, nor shake with fear. Where gottest thou, goose look, thou cream-faced loon?
There are 10,000.
Geese, villain!
Soldiers, sir.
What soldiers, Patch? Those linen cheeks of thine are counselors to fear. What soldiers, Wayface?
Malcolm's forces so please you.
Take thy face hence. Seaton! I grow sick at heart when I behold Satan, I say! This push will cheer me ever, or deceit me now. I have lived long enough my way of life, and that which should accompany old age as honor, love, obedience. Honor I must not look to have, but in their stead, curses, deep mouth honor, breath, Satan!
What is your gracious
What
pleasure?
news more?
All is confirmed, my lord, which was reported.
I'll fight till from my bones, my flesh be hacked. Give me my armor, I'll put it on. Hang those that talk of fear. Give me mine armor. How does your patient, doctor?
Not so sick, my lord, as she is threatened by thick-coming fancies that keep her from her rest.
Cure her of that. Canst thou not minister to a mind diseased?
Therein the patient must minister to herself.
Throw physic to the dogs. Oh, none of it. Seaton, send out. Doctor, the things fly from me. Come, sir. Dispatch. If thou couldst, doctor, find her disease and purge it to a sound and pristine health, I would applaud thee to the very echo that should applaud again. Pull it off, I say! What purgative drug would scour these traitors hence, Hearest thou of them?
Aye, my good lord.
I will not be afraid of death and bane, till Burnham Wood come to Dunsinane.
Were I from Dunsinane away and clear, a prophet again should hardly draw me here.
Cousins! Hope the days are near at hand that Chambers will be safe.
What wood is this before us? The wood of Burnham.
Let every soldier hew him down a branch and bear it before him. Thereby shall we shadow the numbers of our hosts and make discovery err in the report of us.
It shall be done! We learn no other but the confident tyrant keeps still in Dunsinane.
'Tis his main hope.
And none serve with him but constrained things whose hearts
are absent to.
The time approaches towards which advance the war!
Onward to Dunsinane!
To Dunsinane!
Hang out our banners on the outward walls. The cry is still they come. Our castle's strength will laugh they siege to scorn. Here, let them lie till famine and the ague eat them up. What is that noise? I have almost forgot the taste of fears. I have supped full with horrors. Direness familiar to my slaughterous thoughts cannot once start me. Wherefore was that cry?
It is the cry of women, my lord. The queen, my lord, is dead.
She should have died hereafter. There would have been a time for such a word. Tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day, and all our yesterdays are lighted fools, the way to dusty death. Out, brief candle. Life's but a walking shadow. A poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Thou comest to use thy tongue, thy story quickly.
Gracious, my lord, I should report that which I say I saw, but know not how to do it.
Well, say, sir.
As I did stand watch upon the hill, I looked toward Burnham, and anon, methought the wood began to move.
Liar and slave!
Let me endure your wrath if it not be so. Within this 3 mile may you see it coming. I say, a moving wood.
If thou speakest false, upon the next tree shalt thou hang. If thy speech be sooth, I care not if thou dost for me as much. I begin to doubt the equivocation of the fiend that lies like truth. Fear not, till Burnham Wood come to Dunsinane. And now, a wood comes toward Dunsinane. Arm and out! I gingerly aweary of the sun, and wish the estate of the world were now undone. Ring the alarm bell! Blow wind! Come round! course. What is she that was not born of woman? Such a one am I to fear or none.
What is thy name?
Thou'lt be afraid to hear it.
No! Though thou callest thyself a hotter name than any is in hell!
My name's Macbeth.
The devil himself could not pronounce a title more hateful to mine ear.
No. No, I'm more fearful.
Lies, a horrid tyrant! With my knife I'll prove the lie thou speakest! Ah!
Thou wast born of woman.
No!
But knives I smile at. Weapons laugh to scorn, brandished by one that's of woman born.
Tyrant! Show thy face! If thou beest slain, and with no stroke of mine, my wife and child's ghost will haunt me still. Let me find him. Fortune and more I beg not!
This way, my liege! The castle's rendered. The noble Danes do bravely in the war.
The Dale lost itself professes yours! Enter the castle, my liege!
The day is ours!
Why should I play the Roman fool and die on mine own blade? As I see lives, the gashes do better upon them.
Turn! Hellhound, turn!
Of all souls else, I have avoided thee. But get thee back. My soul is too much charged with the blood of thine already.
I have no words. My voice is in my blade. Ah!
Let fall thy blade on vulnerable crusts. Thou losest labor. I bear a charmed life, which must not yield to one of woman born.
Spare thy charm, and let the angel, whom thou still hast served, tell thee. Macduff was born from her mother's womb, untimely ripped!
Cursed be the tongue that tell me so. May these juggling fiends believe no more that parted with us in a double sense. I'll not fight with thee.
Then yield thee, coward! And live to be the show and gaze of the time. We'll make thee, as our rarer monsters are, painted on a pole and under it. Here may you see the tyrant.
I will not yield to kiss the ground before young Malcolm's feet. Though Burnham would be come to Dunsinane, and thou opposed being of no woman born, yet I will try to last. Lay on, Macduff, and damn be him that first cries, hold, enough!
We shall not spend a large expense of time before we reckon their several loves, my thanes and kinsmen. It's more to do is calling home to our exiled friends abroad, that fled the snares of this dead butcher and his fiend-like queen, who, as 'tis thought by self in violent hands, took off her life. This, and what needful else that calls upon us, by the grace of grace, we will perform, in measure, time, and place.
Hail, Queen!
Hail, Queen! Hail, Queen!
When shall we three meet again in thunder, lightning, or in rain?
When the hurly-burly's done, when the battle's lost and won.
Fair is foul and foul is fair. Hover through the fog and filthy air.
We gave you life, we gave you birth, we gave you God, we gave you earth. We filmed the future, don't make it worse. You want the world, well what's it worth? We gave you life, we gave you birth, we gave you God, we gave you earth.